lovelies, welcome to my channel once again. Please do subscribe and turn on those notification bell if you like my videos. It will really help me out a lot. Yeah, so please do support me. Okay, so let's to start. So we're gonna make a Romanian cord necklace. So what we're going to need some t-shirt yarn, and this is 30 grams of the soft t-shirt yarn, a scissors to cut, and a size 6mm hook. Okay, so let's begin. So I don't want to use just one strand. It's a little bit too thin for me, so I've looked for the middle part and I've just joined it. Okay, so I'm going to leave some yarn, maybe this much. Right, then after that I'm going to do a slip knot. So I'm going to take my yarn, wrap it on my finger to form an X on one side and to form two parallel lines on the other side. I'm going to lift the one that's in front and I'm going to reach for the one that's at the back. Then I'm going to grab that, and when I grab that I'm going to release everything and pull. Okay, so that's how you do a slip knot. Then I'm going to insert my hook in there and I'm going to tighten it. Okay, so after doing the slip knot, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let my yarn hang on this finger. With this finger and this finger, I'm going to hold the part that I'm going to be crocheting at, and I hold my hook like a knife almost. So I'm going to move forwards, go up a little bit, I'll turn my hook with that yarn, and I'm going to move backwards. So I'm going to move forwards, go up a little bit, turn my hook face down, and move backwards like that. And that is what we call chaining. So I'm going to chain another one, and we need to chain 2 stitches. So I'm going to move forwards, up, turn my hook face down, and move backwards like this. So with this stitch we need to work very loosely. Okay, so I have my 2 chains. Now I'm going to take my hook and put it in the first chain, this one. So I'm going to insert it in there like that, and I'm going to grab my yarn like this, and when I grab it I'm going to pass that yarn through the first chain like that. So now I have 2 loops. So once I have those 2 loops, I'm going to grab yarn again and I'm going to pass this yarn through both loops like this. So we're working like this. I'm going to turn my thing like this, so we'll be turning our thing every time we finish. So you're going to see this V, this one here. We're going to ignore that V, and we actually want to work in this loop here, this one. So I'm going to turn our thing. I'm going to kind of put my hook to face down, and I'm going to put it under that loop. So with this stitch, please work very loosely. I'm going to grab some yarn and pass it through the first loop, just that one. This is the first loop. So now we still have 2 loops. I'm going to grab some yarn again and pass through both these 2 loops. Okay, so now we turn our work again. We're going to ignore this V here, but now you're going to notice you have 2 loops instead of 1. So we're going to work in these 2 loops. We're going to take our hook and we're going to pass through both these loops. Sorry, both this loop. I made it a little bit tight, so that's why. Okay, so now you're going to notice that we have 3 loops. Please make it very loose. I actually made a mistake of making it tight. Okay, so we have 3 loops. We're going to grab our yarn and we're going to pass our yarn through the first 2 loops. I'm going to stretch it a little bit to make it loose. Then I'm going to grab some yarn again and pass it through the second 2 loops. So we are done. We'll turn our thing again. We're going to ignore this V again, and we're going to work in the, we're going to put our yarn in the, put our hook in those 2. I'm going to grab some yarn, pass it through those 2, you have 2 loops again, grab some yarn and pass through those 2 loops. So we're going to be repeating those actions. So turn my hook, pass through those 2, and I'm going to grab some yarn, pass through those 2 loops, and now we have 2. Grab some yarn again and pass through those 2 loops. Those 2 loops. Turn my thing again, pass through those 2, grab some yarn, grab some yarn and pass that yarn through these 2. Just like that. Going to grab some yarn and you pass through the last 2. So you're going to continue to repeat, and you're going to see that it's going to form these loops on the sides here. Okay, so let me continue. So it's very easy. Those are the only movements. Okay, I've worked on it a little bit more, so you're going to see these loops on the side, these ones. So I'm going to count those loops. So we're going to not count this one, we're going to count from this one. We've got both. So I'm going to count 1, 2. You're supposed to count until they're 20. So you're going to continue this until you have 20. Okay, so I've worked on it and I've done 20. So once you do 20, you're going to grab some yarn. Okay, let me first cut it. Just gonna cut. Then after that, I'm yarn and pass through that yarn, and you pull. So at this point, if you want to leave it as a necklace like this, you can, like I've done one here. I've used slightly thinner, what you call it, fabric yarn, so you can leave it like this and you put a bead and still looks nice. Okay, but I'm going to do something more to just like make it extra nice. So hold on. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave some yarn out, almost the same length that I left at the beginning, something like this. Then I'm going to do a slip knot. Right, so after doing the slip knot, I'm going to go into my, which side do you want to work? Okay, so after making the slip knot, I'm going to go into these loops. Now I'm going to go into the first loop here, like this. Then I'm going to grab the yarn, pass it through that loop. So now I have 2 loops. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to be slip chaining. So I'm going to slip this loop into this loop, like this, like this. Then I move to the next loop, which is this one. I also grab some yarn and pass it through that loop so that I have 2 loops, and I'm going to slip this one into this, just like that. And I'll move to the next loop like that, grab some yarn and slip stitch. Let me do it slowly. Insert my hook into that loop, grab some yarn and pass it through. Now I have 2 loops, slip this one into this one, just like this. Right, so I'm going to continue that until I get to the end. So let me quickly do that and I'll come back. Okay, so I've gotten to the end. I'm just going to slip into this loop here, kind of just like finish everything off, and I'll do a slip stitch. After that, I will grab some yarn and pass it through that loop and pull. Okay, so I've pulled my yarn. See how gorgeous it looks. Okay, so now let's what you call it, make the ends nice. So I'm going to just grab my yarn, just put it in there, and I just want to grab this so that they're all coming from one point, and I insert it in there and pull. That's all. I just want them to be at the same place. And also here I'm gonna do the same on the other side. Send my hook in there, grab this one, and pass it through there, just like this, and pull. Okay, so now that my yarns are coming at the same place, I'm going to simply make a simple knot, just like this. You can put a bead if you want. I'm not gonna put a bead. Just gonna make a simple knot just here, just like that, and I make a simple knot on the other side also. Take my 2 yarns and I'm simply going to twist them. So when I twist, I kind of like twist it first, then I put it on top of the other. I twist it, then put it on top of the other. Twist. That's how I twist. So I'm going to twist this and come back. Okay, when I get to the length that I want, I'm just going to make a knot. Okay, my scissors is not sharp, you guys, sorry about that. Yeah, and your necklace is literally done. It's ready for wear. You can bend the ends to just, yeah. So if your scissors is sharp, obviously you're gonna have a cleaner edge, and voila, your necklace is done. So if you liked this video and if you liked how this necklace looks, you can wear it. This is the back and this is the front. So if you like this, please subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell. Thank you so much for joining me. Look forward to another video soon. Okay, bye bye.